say, Carroll defense, they're the best defense that, I've ever played against across the whole nation, We've played a lot of good defense, a lot of good teams, but, the intensity that I see that Carroll's defense brings to the table, I can't see anybody else matching that in the conference or even in the nation.
Well, I think the fact that we have all four coming back this year, all four starters from last year, has really helped with just the overall cohesiveness of the team. It's made it a very smooth transition from year to year.
Some guys have a real presence about themselves, and their ego gets in the way. That's not Owen. Certainly, he's been the focal point. He's got a lot of recognition of it. Brandon Davis, first team All-Conference last year. Brandon, maybe one of the smartest football players I've been around in 33 years. He's usually not out of position. He recognizes plays, and if something takes place in the first quarter and they come back and try to get him on it again the third or fourth, he's there. He gets a lot of guys lined up. We let him make the strength calls. He does a lot of things well like that, and he's very consistent. Matt Gordon is a guy that probably gets overshadowed a little bit because he's not the senior. Mac's a second-year player, and Mac just gets better and better every game. He complements Owen very well. Mac will make his own plays, but yet the two of them together are just such a force on the inside. And a guy that I think may be as good as any player I've ever coached, just in terms of production, is Rick Young. Here's a guy that has really been as much a heart and soul of our defense as anybody. And, they complement each other. You have Owen on one side, you have Rick on the other side. It's pretty good to have those two, and Rick, I think, has 11 sacks this year. So.
The best part of my entire Carroll College football experience is just the people that I've met on this team.
I think we were accepted by the team the first day we showed up. We had some senior linebackers in Seamus Malloy and Josh Schmidt, and they kind of took us under their wing.
Everyone makes it easy on you. They're all there to support you.
We lost a lot of seniors, obviously, but I think our offense has really just picked up where we left off. I think going along the lines of what Brandon was saying, it's just great to have all four linebackers back.
And this year's defense, I'm not going to say it's better than last year's because we never really compare them, but it's one of the funnest and most well-prepared defenses I've ever been around. From a defensive standpoint, I think it's all about preparation. We predicate so much of it on speed that you have to know what you're doing, because if you're thinking about it, you're going to be slow.
In practice every week, we get ready for a team, and we know what we're going to key before we start the play. As linebackers, you key in your offensive line, your guards and tackles a lot. They pretty much take you to the play.
Some guys know what to do. They line up properly. They go there. But when it comes to make a play, I can't coach them beyond the first 2 to 3 steps. After that, they're on their own. When he comes to make a decision, there's no hesitation. That sets him apart from maybe other players at all positions. He has great instincts. He runs extremely well, and his pads are always out in front. He has great explosion. He has a second gear. He's just a very physical presence. When he hits you, the thing about it, he runs through with his chest. He's not an arm grabber. He's not a guy diving all the time unless he has to. He hits you, he's going to drive you backwards. You're not going to get many yards.
We love to just fly around and hit people. It's just exciting. It just really fires our team up, fires the sidelines and the crowds up. And yeah, I think Owen's up to like 7 quarterbacks now. He's taken out of games. I don't know. That might be criminal charges waiting after the season or something.
Most of the time I try to run through people, but with our defense, I try to run around them because they're so big. When we're scrimmaging our guys, we're taught to make reads on the defensive line, but always in the back of your mind, you got one of these guys coming from the linebacking position and come and hit you, so it always lingers in the back of your mind.
Kind of a mix-up between like a goal line stand, I think, when there's 3 or 4 players who come up and make big plays. I think that's probably my favorite feeling when they go 4 and out on the goal line. That's probably my favorite feeling.
I think I almost had the best feeling this year when I got an interception and ran it back about 60 yards and then fumbled it. But I'm still striving to get that feeling back, so hopefully in the next few games.
I remember Ogren's. I was on the opposite side of the field, and I was running over there, and it was just a big cluster. And all of a sudden, I see the guy throw it, and I didn't even know the running back was standing there, and it just bounced off him, and Ogren was like, holy crap, what do I do with it now? And then he just took off running about 5 yards to the end zone. And then the best was when he was high-stepping back to the sideline. But, yeah, that was a pretty funny one. I love it when the defense gets in the end zone. No matter who it is, it's awesome.
I think another pretty good memory is anytime we're playing Tech and almost anyone in our conference just watching Coach Van Diest doing the fist pump, and kind of getting after their fans too.
When it's all said and done, I'm going to put together a highlight video of his plays over the last couple of years. Just in terms of this is how you play with intensity. He plays with the same fury that Dick Butkus does. I don't know that Dick Butkus was a monster at all. That's why he wears 51. And, you know, I grew up watching Dick Butkus and Ray Nitschke, and that's the presence a middle linebacker has to have.